Hello, this is Mark from tradingform.com and welcome to this video on how to monitor your stock portfolio using Google Sheets. In this video, I will demonstrate how we can use the inbuilt functions in Google Sheets to create a very effective portfolio manager that is highly customizable to your specific needs. Before I get into the video, I would like to remind you that there is more information in the notes below this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, including a series on using Google Sheets for trading, please hit the subscribe button and also use the comments box to give me feedback and tell me what other videos you would like to see me record. On the screen at the moment, I have Google Sheets document and I've called it Portfolio Manager, and I'm going to show you how we can quite quickly build up a portfolio in this sheet. So I'm going to put in some codes here. These are quite standard. Start off with Google, of course, Apple, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Cisco, McDonald's. So I've chosen a few nice large cap stocks, but in Microsoft as well. So we've got some large cap US stocks in there. Now, one of the great benefits and features of Google Sheets is, firstly, it is in the cloud. It is designed as cloud software. It's permanently connected to the internet. So we have that functionality for a start, and secondly, because it is also plugged into a lot of the other Google functions, Google services. And for stock traders and investors, the most useful one of those is Google Finance. So we can put this in as a spreadsheet function. We can just put in Google Finance equals Google Finance and open a bracket. If I just click here on this cell pointing to this code, I'm going to put a dollar symbol in here to keep the same column. Close the bracket and we will have the up-to-date, current or most recent price. I'm recording this video before the US market opens, so this is actually yesterday's closing price. Once the markets are open, this price is kept pretty close to the market. Not close enough, of course, for intraday trading, but it is pretty good for end of day purposes and for longer term traders and investors. So I can copy this formula down and it will be updating the price for all these stocks. So I'm going to call this current price. We can also get a lot more other data from Google Finance, and I'm going to demonstrate a few of those things now. So we could get the PE ratio, get earnings per share, we could get the market cap, we can get the most recent change as a percentage, and we could get the currency that the shares are denominated in. So if we wanted to get this data in, what I would do is copy this formula across here and put a comma in, and I would point that to this cell above it here. This time I'm going to use the dollar on the 4 to make sure we keep the same row, and I can copy this information across like so. So for Google we have the price, earnings, earnings per share, the market cap, the most recent change as a percentage, and the currency is US dollars. I can copy this down and we're getting the information for all of these markets. Now, it might not seem very useful, of course, to have 7 stocks in a portfolio, but of course there is a very large limit for these spreadsheets. So you could monitor hundreds, if not thousands, if you particularly wanted to. Now, one of the things that I find interesting about being able to customize your own portfolio manager is you could get different stocks that don't normally sit together. So you might be interested in these large cap US stocks alongside large cap worldwide stocks. So you could put in Nestle, you could put in Royal Dutch Shell, you could put in HSBC. And if we add these to our portfolio, we can see here that we're updating all the same information. We've got the current price, earnings per share, market cap, and we've also got some different currencies here. So we've got Swiss franc and British pound. So you can see you could starting to get the advantage of putting this into a spreadsheet format. You could have US shares in one place, but maybe you want to have your banking stocks all in one place, no matter where they're domiciled in the world. Maybe you want to put your tech stocks in one place, your industrials, your oil stocks. And this is what we can start to do very quickly and easily using Google Sheets. We might want to use some of the color functions of Google Sheets to do things, to make it easier to see things. With such a small number of stocks, we can very easily see. But if you've got 100 stocks in here or 1,000 stocks in here, you might well find it useful to be able to highlight things. So if we want to look at earnings per share as a percentage, we're interested in that. I'm going to stick that as a percentage, copy this down here. Adjusting for the fact, and this is a bit of knowledge that you would need to have if you're looking at different stocks, that different countries in the world denominate their stocks sometimes in dollars or pounds, sometimes in pence or cents. And now we have earnings per share as a percentage. So we can do other things to make this much more visible to us. We can look at the price earnings ratio and we can compare them to one another. So we could put in a color scale and we could do it so that the highest values come up as red, for example. So we could see that Nestle, Google and Microsoft are on the high side in this portfolio, and that JP Morgan, Bank of America and Royal Dutch Shell are on the low side. And this would be the advantage as well of building a portfolio of different industries, different sectors, and seeing how the price earnings compares in the sector. We could do this exactly the same for here. We can add a new rule and color scale again. And we could do it the other way around here, looking at the highest values. So we can see that JP Morgan, Bank of America, Royal Dutch Shell score fairly well. So we could have an interesting look at these higher values. We're drawn to these higher values, the green scores, and we can see stocks that we might be interested in purchasing or increasing the weight of in our portfolio. Now, I hope you found this video useful on using Google Sheets to create your own portfolio manager. Please check out the next video in this series, which will be about how to set up and monitor a relative strength trading strategy using Google Sheets. And for more information about trading the financial markets, please go to www.tradeinformed.com.